suffered under Pontius Pilate. Why does Pontius Pilate get top billing in the Nicene Creed and the Apostles' Creed? I think of that all the time. I've been coming up in my heart more and more lately. And when I went to church today, looking forward to this time of grace and community and prayer and music, I actually mentioned to Arno, I'm like, I feel almost called to share these thoughts, but I don't know if it's the right thing to do. And then we get into service, and the whole theme of the service is say what is in your heart. Be brave enough to share these thoughts and have faith that they will be heard. So here I am sharing my thoughts about Pontius Pilate. I mean, he was only one of many other people who did arguably more egregious things at that time. The 3 disciples who fell asleep, right? Peter or Simon, James and John, they were all asked to stand guard over Jesus as he prayed, and they fell asleep. He woke them up 3 times, and they kept falling asleep. Meanwhile, we have Judas, who had just broken bread with Jesus, and then he goes off, and in exchange for coin, he betrays him. To whom does he betray him? To the chief priests of the time, who for the whole 3 years of Jesus' ministry had been, fighting up against him. He kept telling them, listen, your rules, your understanding is not sufficient. You got to raise the game. You've got to do better. And they fought him for presuming to say that he was a prophet. He was not only a prophet, he was the Son of God. To the point that they revved up the crowds and had him carried away and brought to the government of the time that were not of their faith, were not of their culture, was represented by this Pontius Pilate. And they said, go and crucify this guy who says he is the Son of God. And Pontius Pilate did everything he could to talk them out of that. He told Jesus, will you not defend yourself against these accusations? He said to the people, why not take Jesus instead of releasing a proven murderer? Why not take Jesus? It's only the envy of your chief priest that has him here in the first place. And when they did indeed, choose to crucify Jesus, he washed his hands of the affair and said, oh, this all feels absolutely wrong to me. I claim no part in all of this. And then finally, after Jesus had died, when he was petitioned to release his body back to his family for proper burial, he did even that. He did all that he could do within his job's parameters. And yet he is the one that gets top billing for the suffering of Jesus Christ at the crucifixion. It really irritated me for a long time. But now, I think that we all have the grace of God in our hearts. We can despair at the evil of the world, yet we know it to be evil because we know what is good. And we can only get all the things done that we get done as a species because we delegate tasks and we adopt habits, and we have a tendency to treat these habits and division of labor and ways of doing things as if they were concrete laws. But they are not. They're just things we've adopted in order to get through a very complicated world and share the burden of the work that needs to be done. And so acting against those false restrictions when your heart calls you to know what is good and to do what is good beyond what is comfortable, beyond what has even got any precedent, beyond what has any security for you, the job that you have, the place you have in society. That's asking a lot of Pontius Pilate. But I think we bring him up in our prayers because it's not asking too much. We each have one life, and we can do better. Those are my thoughts this Sunday.